Okay, so like I'm just doing a little I guess you could say rant or whatever over speed paint. I did a Momo. So I was on TikTok like a few weeks ago now at this point. And this person had did like a video of like redesigns for the girls of class 2A, and what were some designs they would do for their hero costumes so that they're practical for their quirk, but they also just make logistical sense and they also look good. So no problem there. Obviously, that's like the one thing I love about the My Hero community. How we all agree that like if we're being so honest right now, a lot of these hero costumes ain't it, especially for characters like Momo and Hagakure. Like these costumes are not it because if they're just not impractical for their quirks, they're just fucking ugly. So they did that and it got a lot of traction, and they had to do like a follow up video where like they were talking about how people had like a problem with the redesigns, and for the most part it was Momo's that they had a problem with, and saying stuff like essentially that like I don't know, that she would die having a hero costume on or whatever. And I'm just thinking to myself like, what are you talking about right now? And that's the thing that like really gets to me when it comes to like people who like complain about redesigns, because one, y'all don't really have any um constructive criticism when it comes to these redesigns. Like a good 9 times out of 10, y'all really don't, if we're being honest. Like y'all just mostly complain because like there's redesign. Wait a minute. Also, that person was talking about how people were saying they were pushing a Puritan agenda because they had Momo more covered up, and it's not like, if you want like a kind of visualization of like what their version of like their redesign for Momo was like, it was just really a crop top and shorts. And I was just thinking to myself, like, how is that supporting a Puritan culture? Because they put more clothes. I mean, like, they covered up her chest and, like, gave her shorts. How is that supporting Puritan culture? In what way does that support Puritan culture? Is what essentially I was thinking when I had watched their, like, I guess, update video about the situation. And it's just, like, people are, like, have worm for brains. Because he would just be saying shit to say shit. Because, like, one time, it was, like, when I first came on TikTok, which was, like, in 2020, I had did, like, a video. I had taken it down because I had found out one of the artists whose redesigns for Momo I had used in the video, they didn't want their stuff to be posted, so that's why I deleted it. But I had did, like, a video where, like, I just showed a bunch of, like, Momo redesigns that I really liked. And I'm like, oh, these are cool, so I was just make a little TikTok video about it. So at first, it was getting, like, a lot of likes and stuff. And I didn't see any like comments that were too out there essentially. But then, like, I don't know if like maybe got onto a different side of anime TikTok, or somebody shared it with someone, I don't know. Because out of nowhere I started getting like a flood of comments saying like all these redesigns are cute or whatever, but like she could die. That's what they were basically saying for most of the comments. I'm like, what are y'all talking about right now? Because if we really want to be practical, yeah, like her hero costume couldn't be like crop tops and a short, but like shorts. But you're acting like her canon one is any fucking better. And that's the thing that really gets me. Like, y'all act like her canon hero costume is any fucking better, because it's fucking not. First of all, like, she has that weird belt thing. When I first saw it, I didn't even know that was a belt, to be honest. So she has that weird belt thing. And then she has that random ass bookshelf on the back, so like that doesn't make any sense. And then like they always want to use excuse like, oh well, she needs a lot of skin to do big items. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll acknowledge that. But at the same time, she usually uses her back anyways. So like, what the fuck is the point of her having her whole chest out like that if she's just going to use her back, right? So that's the one thing that kind of irritates me about the My Hero fandom, when they're trying to like come up with quote unquote legitimate criticism for like the redesigns. Y'all don't really have any genuine criticism. It's just you being pissy that we kind of made a hero costume for this 16-year-old girl that's way more appropriate and way more effective when it comes to her quirk. And it's just like, if you don't like them, okay, fine, nobody cares. But like, you can't get mad at people for doing redesigns. Like, it's not the canon costume. That ugly piece of shit is still very much there, sis. Like, it did not go anywhere. It's still there. So like, it's just annoying when people like complain about it, because it's like, if you don't like it, you can like block the person, or you could literally just scroll away. But yeah, so like, here's my version of her costume, and yeah, I'll see you another time.